Hello and welcome to this week's angel reading. I'm Rachel Scoltock and I'm giving you a reading for this week beginning Monday the 29th of May, and of course it's relevant every single day until next Monday. So the first card I pulled for you comes from the beautiful Native Spirit Oracle deck by Denise Lynn, and I'm using this because I've just been out in Aboriginal country, Native Australian owned country at Uluru and Katachuda National Park, where I taught my recent angel workshop. So I thought this would be appropriate because though these focus on the Native American culture, there's similarities across the board with symbolism and healing and spiritual meanings. This is one of the most beautiful cards I've ever pulled, and it's actually the first time I've pulled this card in this deck. And look at it, the circle of life, the spiral. Now, the first meaning is to bless everything in your life as it is right now. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad or you want to get rid of it. When you bless something, you send healing to it. So it's important to bless everything and recognize that everything in life, the good and the bad, are all experiences in this beautiful experience that we call life. This is Earth School. We're here to learn, polish our souls, develop, grow. It's not about gimme, 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 what can I get? Get me to the finish line with the most stuff or the most power or the biggest ego. It's not about that. It's about learning and growing wiser and becoming more of a master over life, over our own lives, not everybody else's. So in the circle of life, you have to recognize that everything is a gift and everything is an experience. And then that takes away the feeling of being persecuted, of being a victim, that you're unlucky, that bad things only happen to you. It's important to recognize that because you recognize that you chose this life and some of the elements in it to help yourself to grow. So that takes away that feeling of powerlessness, blessing everything in your life, the good and the bad. You're also being asked to balance the karma in your life. Now, karma isn't a rule of punishment. You did a bad thing, so a bad thing's going to happen to you. A lot of us live in that mentality, and that is an unhealthy belief. Excuse me. The unhealthy belief that bad things happen because we've been bad for some reason, it takes away your power. It's not true. It's a victim way of thinking. It's a poverty way of thinking, and it's a way of not taking responsibility. So when you let go of all of that guilt and that persecution complex, you recognize that sometimes beliefs, like a belief in negative karma, can actually hinder you. It can get you stuck. It can throw you around like as if you were stuck in a wave on the beach, It can toss you around. So the angels are asking that you look at the beliefs at the moment that are keeping you stuck. Sometimes our beliefs are just a little slither of truth, and sometimes our beliefs are completely off and they're nothing to do with the reality of life. And sometimes our beliefs are just negative. They're keeping us stuck in a place of self-doubt, a lack of confidence, I'm not good enough, all those kind of things. So when you have beliefs like that and you've got your circle of life, you manifest them, you keep meeting them on the pathway, and that's what they call karma. It's a law of cause and effect. You create something through a belief and then you meet it on your pathway again and again. So if you're stuck at the moment, look at what beliefs you have that might be keeping you stuck and have an awareness that you could change certain ways of thinking. And maybe even your life lesson at the moment is that you need to change your way of thinking so that you can expand your consciousness, be more accepting, more open, more flexible, maybe more loving, forgiving, compassionate, so that you can create a more peaceful, loving, healthy, abundant life for yourself. Recognizing that those things that keep meeting you on the pathway, if they're patterns, might be as a result of a belief that was even maybe handed to you as a child and you've never questioned it, you've just believed it. So good beliefs can replace restrictive beliefs. You can change your beliefs and that will elevate your vibration. It will lift everything in your life. So this is a lot of what's going on for us at the moment, is that doesn't matter what you're challenged with, those challenges are helping you to explore your beliefs and to change them if necessary. So remember that everything is circular. So we've also got a message about tying off the circle. So if there's things that you're finished with, you need to sever. You need to tie off the circle. Maybe you've got to complete a project so that you can move on to the next one. Maybe you've got to leave behind a situation so you can move on to something more healthy and happy. This is all about the endings and beginnings and closing the circle so that you can go on to a new circle. Now, the second card I pulled for you is perfect. It's a perfect twin to the card I pulled. This is from the Archangel Power Tarot deck, Radley Valentine and Doreen Virtue. And look, one of the most gorgeous cards. It's got this beautiful Archangel Azrael. Look at him with his arms open. He's full of peace. He's full of love. He's full of acceptance. And he's saying, let the past go. There is a more enriching future coming. And we want to help you. As angels want to help you. So you need to let go. You need to uncurl your fingers and let go. Now, look how that matches perfectly with this card. Because if we are dragging our past with us, we've got the past, the regrets, the resentment, the anger, the guilt, the feeling of failure, all of those things, this loss and the grief. As we pull those things with us into our circle, we activate the energy of them. We keep them alive because we're thinking about them. We're still got emotions about them. And as we keep them alive, we keep meeting them on the pathway. We bring them with us. They become like karma. And so cause and effect, what we think about, what we focus on becomes a truth at some point in the path. So Archangel Azrael is saying, don't forget that us angels are here waiting. We're expert healers and we will take those burdens from you. We will help you to heal from those difficulties. We know that it was hard. We know that you've got pain, but it's time for you to look up above the clouds and for us to help you to go forward. And your angels will help you to do that. It's amazing. That's why I love working with angels, because they are amazing, beautiful healers. And you don't have to go through heaps of centuries of counseling and talking about the stuff, because that activates it if you do it too much. Don't get me wrong. I love therapy. I have therapy myself, and talking therapy can be very, very useful for helping you through something, to help you understand and reframe and change your beliefs. But if you talk about it endlessly, the story never ends, you activate that energy, and that energy becomes your present, and then it becomes your future. So you don't want that, right? You want to change. So the angels are offering you this change. So it's a beautiful week of healing, of understanding the circle of life and understanding what you want to remove from the circle and what you do want to meet up in the future as well. So from my heart to yours, angel blessings. Thank you so much. And thank you so much to everybody who's ordered my my new book, My Life with Angels. Look, it's here, it's real. There's been loads of great feedback and loads of orders, and I'm so grateful. And it's available on my website right now, My Life with Angels. And see you next week. Mwah.